Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And my name is Caitlin O'Neill, if you don't already know me. And today, I just kind of wanted to make a video and kind of share my heart in a way, because I have recently uploaded a video about my time in Romania and kind of showing like a brief overview of just everything that I got to witness and experience. And I just kind of wanted to make a video going a little bit more in depth and talking about how amazing God is, and kind of talk about some awesome stuff that I got to experience and witness and what we got to do in Romania, and kind of go more into that. And if you haven't already watched that video, you should definitely go watch it. I will link it down below, and I would absolutely love for you to go watch that. Well, I just kind of wanted to go in and talk about what the opportunities I got on this missions trip. And on this missions trip in Romania, it definitely did not look at all what I thought it was going to look like. I went in kind of thinking it was going to look a certain way, and was I ever wrong? But I'm so thankful to God that it didn't look anything like I thought it was going to look like, because if it had looked exactly like I thought it was going to look like, then God wouldn't have gotten to work. Because how I thought it was going to look like and how I assumed it was going to be is not what I needed it to be, and God knew that. And I am so thankful for this amazing opportunity. I definitely got stretched and pulled and challenged, and I'm so thankful that I got to do that. Kind of the motto of the week, you could say, was be a gummy bear, not an animal cracker. Be a gummy bear, be smushy, be able to pull and bend without breaking, because animal crackers break under pressure. And that was just such the encouragement of the week. And God so showed up in everything. He made a way for us to get there. I know that the coronavirus is still a very big issue. And while we were in Romania, that's whenever all the red lights were going off, because it was a green light for us to be able to go. And that's why we decided to move along with the trip, is because we felt like from the Lord that it was our call and it was our mission to go. And He made such the way for us to go to that trip. Everything was so ordained by God, and we had so many divine appointments that it couldn't have been anything but God. And that's so amazing to look and see. And looking back on the work we got to do, we got to partner with local churches in Romania, and we got to go to different villages. And how we kind of spread the gospel was through drama. And we had drama training before this, and it's basically from creation until the fall and then Jesus dying on the cross. We all portrayed it in a drama. And we would do this for kids, and we would do this for different little villages, and we did this in churches and schools. And that was kind of how we were able to spread the gospel. And then people would give testimonies, and we would just include the kids and the people and get them involved. We also got to do a lot of service projects this week. We got to help clean up by the train station. We got to pick up so much trash. And we were also all divided, our big group, into smaller groups to help individual families. And my personal group got to help someone who was recently widowed. And this woman, we got to help her this entire week, and we got to show her the love of God and become servants, and to humble ourselves and to help make her home beautiful again, and to be able to fix things that haven't been fixed in years. And we were able to show her God and how Jesus was through our actions. And she'd even told one of our translators that she had been praying to God that He would send her help, and then we all showed up. And I just thought that that was absolutely, truly amazing, how God does hear every single solitary prayer, and how we were there for a reason. And I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to Denton Bible Church for just allowing us to go on this amazing missions trip, and how Keats, our student leader, was the absolute most amazing, phenomenal, he got us through this whole week and made sure that we were taken care of physically, spiritually, and mentally. And I also want to give a shout out to Life Romania, which is who we partnered with, and Julian, who's the head of Life Romania. And he was able to partner with churches, and anytime that plans changed, he was on it. And you should definitely go check out their website. And if you want to give or anything like that, they have a camp called Camp Mia, and they do sports camps for local kids. Their program is such an amazing program, and I love it so much. And they are And they were absolutely phenomenal this entire week. I also wanted to just give a major shout out to our amazing Romanian team and the people who were translators for us. And truly, I can say leaving this whole experience that they're more like family now. And all the amazing emotional, and all the bonds and getting to just share God together and how we can come together, being different culture and speaking different languages, but we can all come together on the foundation of God and love one another despite any differences we might have, and how we can just rejoice and share the gospel together. With this was the very first year that we went to Romania, because Denton Bible has never gone to Romania before as a student group. And I'm so glad that I got to be a part of the trial run of this. And we definitely went into this knowing that plans were going to change a lot, and it was very much true to that statement, because plans change constantly. We didn't really ever stick to an itinerary, but I'm so thankful because it's just taught me so much about how God truly is in control, and how it's not about what we think or how we plan ahead, because God is ultimately in utter and complete control of everything, and He's got us. And so why do we have to worry when God is in full control? And that was something that was really eye-opening this week. And also just, I loved that our main ministry this week was going and helping others and serving others. And that was something that I've never gotten to be able to put into the position to do, and to really just humble myself, and coming away from this to be so grateful and thankful for all that we have, because it's so easy to get wrapped up in, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, but we are so blessed, and we're just so utterly blessed, and God's given us so much. And I've definitely come back with a different perspective on that as well. And I definitely think that was such a growing experience, and growing in just with the Lord through this week, and just seeing all that He is never failing, and how even whenever I'm like, God, this isn't looking how I think it was gonna look, He was just carrying us and carrying me just through every single moment. And even in the midst of frustration of God, this wasn't how this was supposed to go. But to be able to be a gummy bear, and to be able to be pulled, and God just say, I've got you. You are doing exactly what I'm wanting you to do. And that was so completely encouraging. I kind of lastly wanted to talk about how not only was it such a blessing to be able to work with orphans and be able to go into villages and help our sweet widow that we were supposed to help, and so many different other teams did so many other things, and how we got to just help out and do a lot of service projects this week. But also I wanted to just go into our trip coming home, and I think it was definitely a God thing of how we just got back, and I wanted to share that as well with the coronavirus, because before we went, it was green lights, and we went into Romania, and towards the middle of the week while we were there, that's whenever everything started becoming red lights. And we even decided, the ministry team decided to cut our trip a day short so we can travel the Hungary border to be able to go get on our London flight and that sort of thing. And so they decided that on the last day, instead of going sightseeing and that sort of thing, we were going to go ahead and travel and go through the border. And how it was such a miraculous God thing that we even got through the border. We were sitting at the border for a good solid 3 hours, and they had already shut down the border, and how we truly probably shouldn't have gotten through, but how God just brought us through that, and how He even, whenever we got to the London airport, we finally made it to the London airport. After a matter of hours, we got to the London airport, and we got on our flight, and we got to Chicago. In a matter of hours, the UK had said that any international flights were going to be stopped, and that sort of thing. And we got just in a matter of time. And then even in the Chicago airport, and I know that that's been like trending on Twitter and that sort of thing, but when we were there, of the 6-hour health check, and that was quite an experience. And then finding out that night that we weren't going to be able to go home and we're going to have to stay in a hotel that night. But even then, God gave peace, and he got our entire ministry team through the health check, and we all slept. And we woke up the next day and we were able to get on a flight and go home. And just through the entire process, even throwing in a huge worldwide horrible virus, but God still made provision and he still made a way. And then I just thought that that was such a great testimony to show that not only does God have it, and God has our futures in his hands, but nothing will ever stop God's plan for your life. God will never let the outside circumstances affect how his destiny for your life is gonna go. Because yeah, so many more things could have happened, and things could have gotten so much more worse, and we could have been stuck so many different places. But God brought us through, because he brought us there and he was gonna bring us back. And we had so many people praying for us here in the States. And I just wanted to share more in depth about this trip. And I also wanted to give, again, a huge shout out to Denton Bible Church and to Life Romania. You should totally go check them out. They have such an amazing, God is doing so much, and I believe that he's going to continue to do so much. And I pray to God that I am able to go back again and see all of my brothers and sisters in Christ in Romania again, and hopefully before next spring break, but I definitely want to go again next spring break. And I wanted to just share all of this with everyone and kind of give the testimony of the trip and how much God works and how much he is sovereign, and how we got to just serve other people, and how we got to just be a light to everyone around us, and how we got to partner with churches, more impoverished villages and schools, and all of these amazing things, and just get to share the love of Jesus Christ and what he's done for all of us with the amazing, beautiful people of Romania. And I just wanted to share all of this with y'all, and I hope you are all having an amazing week, and just keep your head up high. I know that a lot of people right now are quarantined. I'm quarantined. All of my team is quarantined, and with all of the uncertainty in our country right now, I just want to give encouragement, because it's been hard. It's hard to not know what's going on, and it's hard to not be able to predict the future, and for school to be out, and that is hard. And it's even been hard for me, and I've had to have a step back and say, God, you really need to take this. You really need to hold on to it, because I can't do it on my own, and I was never meant to hold it all on my own. And more I find myself just having to let go and give it all to God, because he is the sovereign God that wants to just bring us through every trial. And even though we might face all of these hard things in life, we're not facing them alone. We're facing them with God holding our hand. And even whenever it gets too much for us, he carries us. And I just wanted to give you all this encouragement. And I love you all so much. And I will see you all in the next video. And make sure to subscribe and follow me on my social medias. And if you have any further questions about my trip or anything like that, feel free to contact me. I, again, will have all my social medias down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.